Hello everybody, Christina here. So I wanted to invite you to cook with me tonight. I am making supper and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna bring you on with me and we're gonna cook together. So tonight it's gonna be very simple, but I'm gonna use some products for you that I think you're actually gonna really love. So I'm gonna show you how making something very simple can actually be fun. It can be easy just because of the products that you're using, and it's gonna make it so much easier for you. So tonight I'm gonna make pizza, but I'm gonna make two different kinds, okay? So one, I'm just gonna make a basic pepperoni pizza, show you how to do that. And then I'm also gonna make one, it is an old favorite recipe, and if you've been around Pampered Chef long enough, you might have heard of this recipe before. It is called tomato basil squares. Basically, it is a bruschetta pizza, and oh my gosh, it's so delicious. It's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna make the pepperoni one first, super easy. Let me grab my crust, and I'm gonna show you too how I pre-baked the crust and show you a little bit of a difference. So I actually pre-baked this crust on, this is actually half of a refrigerated pizza crust, one of the Pillsbury ones. So I actually baked it on a different kind of stone. This stone actually has a lip just on the back, which is so cool. It's easier to grip a hold of like this. But you'll notice this stone is a little bit smaller maybe. This stone actually, I use this in our new air fryer and oven. So this stone actually fits perfect in there, which is fabulous. So on this one, all I'm gonna do, and y'all, pre-baking the crust is so important. Oh God. Pre-baking the crust is so important because you won't have that doughy crust in the middle, but baking it on stoneware is even better because you're gonna get a nice even cook. You'll see it's nice and golden brown. And I'm gonna show you a different one crust in a minute that I baked on something different other than a stone. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna use the best marinara other than homemade, which is good old Rayo's, all right? So this Rayo's, y'all, it's so fabulous because it does not have any kind of extra yucky stuff in it. It doesn't have added sugar to it. It is simple ingredients. It's tomatoes, basil, garlic, olive oil. That's it. It's delicious. It's so good. We put it on just about everything. We use it for so many different things. Okay, so there's that. I went ahead and grated some mozzarella cheese myself. Now, the mozzarella cheese, let me just go ahead and say, grate your own cheese. It's so much better for you. So I've already grated up about 3/4 of a block of cheese, of a big 16-ounce block, and I have a little bit left here. So all I'm gonna do is take our coarse grater, and you see that it goes from like a tripod, like this. I love this grater so much because of that, and because you can hold it out like this, and you can be fancy, like they are at the Italian restaurants when they grate cheese over your pasta dish or your pizza or your zuppa, whatever it is that you're getting. So you can grate it like this. I grated the other over a cutting mat. So I'm just gonna grate the rest of this because I wanted you to see how easy it is. Because here's the thing, they add, in the bags of shredded cheese, they actually add an ingredient called cellulose. That cellulose is basically like sawdust. It's an anti-caking agent. And so it's not gonna melt as good. It's not gonna taste as good. This is going to melt so beautifully. And this little part of cheese that I have left right here is going to pay the cheese tax to Mackenzie, who's sitting right here waiting patiently. She wanted the cheese tax paid. All right, so this might not be enough cheese for Janie, but we'll see. Might need a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more on there for her. Just a little more. Okay, so now You can't see anything because I put the bowl in front of that, didn't I? So now let's put some pepperoni on there for her. And ever since I was getting all of my stuff out here, I was snacking on pepperoni. Oops. It's just such a good little snack. And then, of course, when I ate one, I had to feed my dog one. You know, she needed one too, right? All right, so there we go. So now this is gonna go into our air fryer and oven to cook off about maybe 5 or 6 more minutes, just until the cheese is nice and golden and bubbly and the pepperoni is hot and sizzling. And y'all, I'm telling you, this is gonna be absolutely delicious. And the crust is gonna be crispy because I'm baking it on this stone. All right, so it's still a little warm. So I'm gonna put on our gloves. Look at this, y'all. These gloves are hysterical to me because I look like I'm going out to do some gardening or welding. One or the other. I'm gonna do gardening, welding, or maybe I'm gonna be a goalie for soccer. Who knows? The jury's still out on that. It's still a little warm, so I'm actually gonna move it over here. And I'll show you in a minute whenever I put the pizzas back in the air fryer. Okay, so this is the one that I did just a few minutes ago. I pre-baked, but you notice I pre-baked it on a different baking sheet. Oh, this one's cooler. But look at this. It's a non-stick baking sheet, and my crust is like perfectly golden brown, but it's sliding all over here because this is a non-stick baking sheet. I am so in love with this thing. Okay, so now here's where the different pizza is gonna come into play. And I'm gonna show you a few different products. So I'm gonna move my crust out of the way for you. And definitely let me know that you're watching. I would love for you to comment and say hello. And I would love for you to tell me what your favorite pizza toppings are. I cannot wait to see what you like on your pizza. All right, so 4 tomato basil squares. We're not gonna need any more pepperoni unless you just need a snack. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to combine some stuff in a bowl. All right, so we are going to combine some Parmesan cheese. Now, I have 2 different containers of Parmesan cheese here because I wanted to tell you what I did. So in my Twist and Chomp earlier, which is the electric like food processor that we have, I put in several chunks of Parmesan cheese and I grated it. And I want you to see this beautiful consistency. It's just like gorgeous little crumbles. Just gonna put that on my pizza crust right there. Gorgeous little pizza crumbles, all right? But then I got out my cup zester, all right? So this cup zester is so cool because on top here, you have a microplane grater. And you can go forward, you can go side to side, or you can go around in a circle, which I love. And when you're done grating the cheese, citrus zest, ginger, fresh garlic, whatever it is, you just simply twist it like this. Hey, Tracy, you are so sweet. You just twist it like this, and it releases the cheese off of the back because there's like a little windshield wiper under there. But look at this. In the bottom here is all of this gorgeous grated cheese that I grated on the cup zester. I love this stuff right here so much. And then all you have to do when you're done grating, if you're not gonna use all of this, you simply take the top lid, you just pop it right on and it seals up, and then you can just pop this in the fridge. Isn't that great? So, all right, now we need 2/3 cup of mayonnaise. So I'm gonna take my measure-all cup. So this is the small one. So this is a 1 cup measure-all cup. You're gonna be able to measure off your liquid ingredients using this blue side, but you'll notice that the red side is upside down. This is how we're gonna measure solids or sticky things like mayonnaise, sour cream, molasses, Karo syrup. We're gonna turn it over like this, okay? And I'm gonna push it down to where I need it to be. I want to measure 2/3 cup of mayonnaise, so I'm gonna push it down to 2/3, all right? So now we're gonna fill this part up to the top. And when we do that, we'll have 2/3 cup of mayonnaise, all right? So here's the thing, y'all. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video, is because I hear from so many people that you loved the cooking shows that you've attended in the past, and you wish we would have more of them. And I love doing cooking shows. So if you are near me, I will totally come and do a cooking show for you, because to me they're just so fun. But I also wanted to give those of you who are not near me the chance to kind of see a cooking show. This is where we learn tricks and tips and a new recipe, and it's just so much fun. All right, so in this bowl, we're gonna add our mayonnaise, and we'll look, we just push it out from the bottom, scrape it off the top, and look, nothing is left at all inside. And you can either hand wash that or you can put it in the dishwasher, which is what I love to do. All right, so believe it or not, your Pampered Chef lady here does not have fresh garlic. That is like sacrilegious right there, that I don't have fresh garlic, but I need a garlic clove. So I'm actually gonna use our garlic rub, okay? I love this stuff. I need 1 garlic clove, which is gonna be maybe about half a tablespoon or so of the garlic rub, but I like a lot of garlic, so whoop, maybe a whole tablespoon was in there. Don't tell nobody. Okay, and then we need 1 ounce of Parmesan cheese, 1 ounce. So I am going to kind of fluff this up a little bit. Our freshly grated Parmesan cheese goes in, and I'm gonna use the rest of it for the top when it comes out. I'm gonna sprinkle it with fresh Parmesan cheese, have that little salty bite, it'll be so good. All right, and then we need mozzarella cheese. So we're gonna add a little bit to the base here, okay? First, before we add all this other stuff to it. Okay, so this is gonna go on the base, just like this, a little bit. And then I am actually going to pop this back into the air fryer and oven just to kind of melt this just a tad and warm it up. And then we're gonna finish this off. All right. Okay, so I'm still here with you. Just popping this in. Pizza. And what's really cool, you guys, you can't see me, but I will tell you, we have a pizza setting on this air fryer. And so it's like having your own little pizza oven. It's so fantastic. All right, so we need that on 425. And we're gonna do that on 6 minutes. Okay, so now for the rest of this, we're gonna add more. This is so full of cheese. We're gonna add about another cup of cheese to the bowl, and we're gonna stir this all up together. So basically this is making, instead of red sauce, we're gonna have like a cream sauce, almost a cheesy, yummy, delicious cream sauce. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna add just a little more cheese. Who doesn't need more cheese, right? More cheese, the better. And for those of you who know me, you might be laughing, some of y'all, because anybody who knows me knows that I don't like cheese unless it's melted. So this is gonna melt nicely. All right, so we also need fresh basil. Let me give y'all a word of caution. I ordered a little basil plant today on my Walmart order. And when it arrived, I thought, what is this little weed that they just brought me? Y'all, it was half dead. It really was. I had to revive it. I put it in some water and set it outside in a little bit of sun. And hallelujah, it came back to life. And so now I'm gonna mutilate it and snip off some of these pretty little leaves. And here's hoping we'll actually come back. We will see, we will see. I'm so sorry to do this to you, Mr. Plant. Okay, so here's the cool thing about the basil, or any herb for that matter. Parsley, cilantro, you can just pile it up and you can run a knife through it, totally fine. Or you can just take your scissors and snip it just like this and get it to the consistency that you want. Sometimes I'll do this in a bowl, but I'm just gonna keep it right here on the cutting mat and snip it however little I like it. And I would love to know too, do you like fresh herbs on pizza? I would love to know if you do. Some of you might like fresh basil, maybe you like some fresh oregano, maybe you sprinkle some parsley on top for looks and for color, right? All right, so I'm gonna add this beautiful fresh basil to our mayonnaise and cheese mixture here. I'm gonna stir that up. This looks amazing. All right, so now, get the rest of that in there. Cutting mats will save your life and save your kitchen counter, y'all, I'm telling you. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice up a couple of Roma tomatoes, okay? And I'm gonna use one of my favorite older, not old, but older products. This is the Quick Slice. So if you have a ball of fresh mozzarella, if you have some olives, strawberries, mushrooms, tomatoes, you can slice those super easy with this in one fell swoop. It's pretty awesome. So a lot of times I will also do fajitas for supper, and I'll use my Quick Slice here for slicing the peppers into strips. It's so easy to do the peppers into strips. So whenever I've done like fiesta cooking shows, I will do the peppers in this Quick Slice. So all you gotta do is just set it on there and rock it back and forth, nice and gentle, and it's not going to smush this tomato, and I'll show you why. All right, so on the blade, you're gonna see serrations. I hope you can see that. So the blade actually comes to a point right here in the middle. It comes down like this, and each blade here is serrated. So it's gonna go through your softer things like this, like mangoes or peaches, without the pits, of course, and things like that, bananas, and it's not gonna mush them. So all you gotta do is just slice down like that, and look at this. Each one is sliced perfectly as I drip tomato juice all over my recipe sheet. Isn't that nice, y'all? Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna take the crust out so that I can top it and finish cooking. So you guys are gonna see it all come together here in just a second. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so we have the crust here, and I feel nothing with this glove on. I absolutely love this. This was in a 425-degree oven, and this glove has little grippies on it, heat safe. It's awesome. Okay, so now we have our little crust, and so this is not gonna all go on here. So this is for a full, like 13 by 9 size pizza. You won't need all of this unless you just really want this to be very, very cheesy. Which, who cares? Might need to do it all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're just gonna smooth this out all over the crust here. I love this recipe so much, y'all. I have done this recipe at so many cooking shows in the past. It is crazy. Oh my gosh. And I would love to know if you have ever had this tomato basil squares recipe before. Please let me know. Chime in and let me know if you have ever had this before. Okay, there's our little mixture. So I left a little bit in the bowl, not much, just a little. And so now I'm going to top it with these beautiful tomatoes. Gosh, these things are gorgeous. Just like that. So the original recipe, you'll use probably 4 of these tomatoes. Okay, look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All done. Done, done, done. So now I'm gonna pop this back into the air fryer and oven and let it finish cooking, maybe another 5 or 6 minutes. And I'm gonna do the other one as well. And they're both going to be amazing and crispy and taste like I went to the pizzeria tonight, which I didn't have to get out and go to that, which is great. All right, so hold on. Let me put this in the oven and I'll come right back and talk to you. All right, so that's going there. Okay, so top. Still here, y'all. Okay, so the bottom. That. Putting the stone on the bottom one. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Okay. Let me stop. Okay. Now, to wrap us up. So we did 2 different kinds of pizzas in one vessel. We did the air fryer and oven, and I will show y'all what it looks like when it is all said and done. And I just wanted to show you a few tools tonight. I wanted to show you an older recipe that is still so good, and I still love it so much. And when these pizzas come out, y'all, I'm gonna use another new product to cut the pizza into slices, and that is our new pizza scissors. What I love about these is that the bottom of this is nylon, so it's not going to scratch your pans if you have a nonstick pan that you're using, or a cookie sheet or whatever. It's not gonna mark up your stone, because all you're gonna do is slide it under that crust, just like this, and cut down. And here's the cool part. They come apart. Look at that. These things come apart, and you can put them in your dishwasher. I love these things so much. I did not realize how much I would love them until I got them and started using them, and I'm like, huh, okay. I absolutely love that. So, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you love this recipe. Hope you love the products. If I can ever help you with anything, whether you need products, whether you need recipes, or just some inspiration for your kitchen, I would love to help you. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.